We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race that the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher back in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Fernando Alonso and Vettel, Ocon, Perez. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Bottas and Mick Schumacher. Hamilton, they've taken a grid penalty. Gasly, George Russell and Latifi. Tsunoda, Magnussen, Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Hülkenberg, Albon, Joe and White. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about White. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
Absolument génial, c'est un super résultat, bravo!
You can't fault the performance on the track today. A well-deserved victory. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. White increases their championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to White. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.